Hello, friends. How are we doing? How are we all doing today? Let me move this to the big screen so I can actually see you. Hello! Let me know how my... Let me put music on so it sounds less echoey. Let me know how my sound is. If I sound trash, please do let me know. But I think we're good. I think I did like 6 tests before I came on it, and they were probably all worthless. Sound is good. You'll love to see it. How are you all doing, folks? This is the first time, by the way. If you are joining us via YouTube, that's the word. If you're on YouTube, thank you for being here. Appreciate you all. We're restreaming out to the Curve YouTube channel. So if you're over there, we're over on I Know Games Twitch channel as well, so you can choose where you want to be. I have the chat for both up on screen, so I should be able to see everything everyone's saying. So if I'm not, I apologize. I'll go back and see what I can do and catch your messages. But how are we doing, gang? How are we doing? We got Leafy Dan. How's it going, Leafy Dan? Where's my monocle? Rock kicker. That Van, Michigan Ben. Yo, Apolly. How's it going, Apolly? Bending the spoon with your mind, I imagine. Era of Eden, how's it going? Silver Girl, Lomlud, hey, welcome again. And Hamburg Kid. Yeah, I don't know if I missed anyone. I think Frank of Cold was in earlier before we started. We did a test this morning to make sure the restream was working, and some people thought we were going live then, but no, we're live now though. How are we all doing? How are we all doing, you wonderful, wonderful people? We put out a Steam post this morning. If you haven't seen it, you can go check that out. We'll be covering some of the stuff in there. So if you want to have a little surprise, you can just stick around and hang out with me. Who wouldn't want to do that? If we had a pet rock at some point, I'm not opposed to a pet rock. I think a pet rock would be fair. Oh, hey, hello. How's it going? I did not know that. Thank you. I appreciate that. We got some cool stuff to reveal today. If you haven't already seen from a while ago, this is our roadmap from a fair bit ago. And we are just coming to sort of the end of delivering everything on the roadmap here. So A New Age is the next adventure we'll be launching. That'll be coming out, fingers crossed, as long as no other delays or anything else comes up. That'll be on the 17th of November. You'll be able to play that. We're looking to launch simultaneously on all platforms. So yeah, so that'll be coming up soon. That includes an all-new free adventure, which is called A New Age. That'll be free for all players, so you'll just need to basically boot up the game and you'll be able to hop into that. You'll also be able to play as the Astronomer from For the King 1, making their return. That'll be another free addition to the game, as well as a whole bunch of other stuff, which I'm going to show uno momento. But we also have the Fallen Oaths character pack coming out around the same time, in fact, the exact same time, which will be a paid additional character pack, which is, it'll include the Voidwalker, the Fallen Knight. We've got like a pet, a merc, skin, trait, weapons. We've got a whole bunch of goodies in there, which we're really excited to share and have people hop into. But yeah, I think... Ooh, my microphone peaked a little bit there, I apologize. I think what we'll do is we'll just run quickly over the last DLC. This is Tinker's of Fate. If you haven't picked this up, you can get the Fortune Teller and Toy Maker, both in here, as well as a bunch of other goodies, including Pet Jelly Skelly, we've got the Merc Peggy, Skin Training, Dummy, and the Grillmaster trait, as well as these cool weapons, the Rapier and Orb weapon sets. There's a whole bunch of cool stuff in there. There's a whole new free adventure that we launched alongside that, which is the Child of Chaos. Sorry, my face just appeared on my other screen and it threw me off. Yeah, so some really cool stuff in there. We also... These are the new characters we have coming up. So we've prepped these 2 new additions to the crew. They'll be joining the fray on the 17th. This is the Voidwalker. So the Voidwalker's seen some pushback from community, and I'd like to avert some stresses that some people may have. As sci-fi-esque as perhaps this looks, I think there's more elements to it than just being spacemen. You can kind of see these little rocks. They're all void gems, so it's all magical powered. It's not just Darth Vader comes to Fall the King, if you have any fears of that. But we have some cool looks on it. I think it really feels part of the universe. I think once people get their hands on and kind of look at them and kind of see what's going on with it, will be pretty psyched. I bet whoever made them was so cool. I bet not. I said it. But could you imagine? Yeah. Could you imagine if that wasn't one you did and I was just dragging someone? Bees is one of our many wonderful people here on crew, as is Max, but he's not one of the wonderful ones, I'm afraid. So, but these are our Voidwalkers. If you haven't seen these, they're really cool. Part of our Fallen Knight paid character pack, which you can wishlist now. What are all the characters coming after this one? Please. This is the Fallen Knight. One of the other characters coming in the Fallen Oaths character pack. Max unplugs my Ethernet. It's right here. It's next to me. You'd have to brawl me to get to it. These are our Fallen Knights. We're pretty excited about these guys coming in too. They have some fun mechanics. We showed a little bit off of what they can kind of do in today's news post. The Voidwalker is a sort of ranged-based bounty hunter in a lot of ways. So you'll mark enemies up, and then you increase your critical chance when they're marked. Once they're marked, you hit them with the critical chance. You have a backpack, or a resonator, if you will, which will fill up with void charges as you get criticals and provide you more stats, buffs, that kind of thing. It's a really fun mechanic. I think people are really going to enjoy it, especially those who really like the I read the word Ethernet. Roguelike approach. Especially those who love Ethernet cables. I think you guys are gonna love these. If you like Ethernet cables, boy, do I have a treat. What if I brought you with coffee and then unplugged it? Well, the problem is I hate coffee, so you would be, if anything, doing me not a favor. I'm not gonna let you unplug it with coffee. In fact, more, I would say. This is our Fallen Knight. The Fallen Knight is more of a charge-based character, which is a new mechanic to Fall the King too. Does it only buff the Voidwalker, or can they be used on other characters? The backpack resonator is exclusive for the Voidwalker, but I'd have to double check. I think the marking is critical for everyone, but I would have to double check. I love my Ethernet cable short and tidy. You would not want to come to my home. I did some cabling like 2 years ago, and cabling is being generous with what I did. I nailed a Ethernet to the wall, just but this is the Fallen Knight anyway. The charge-based mechanic in this character is that you will choose to charge an attack that they have, just as part of their sort of ability set. That can be used with all weapons, but if you use a lance or the giant sword that they have in this image, you'll get protection. So you won't be able to take damage for a turn while you charge up your attack. Once that attack is charged, you'll skip a turn, and then on that next attack, you'll do a lot more damage and splash. So it's a kind of a huge mechanic that you can really work into a really good team vibe. I'm going to be putting up some guides, probably on launch, I would imagine on the 17th itself. And they will be kind of running through some of the basics for these characters, some really good synergies with them. My personal favorite is this. I keep doing it. My camera's reversed. I'm so stupid. This guy. Fallen Knight mixed with a fortune teller, berserker, and a blacksmith. It's the way to play. I'm telling you, gang, it's the way forward. It is. I might even do it today. We're going to do it today, in fact. Because you guys are going to see the light when I do this. And with that, you get extra chances to break your weapons, but you have a fortune teller to help you reroll and a blacksmith to hopefully get you mend. So there's a lot of opportunities to do a lot of damage. It's high risk, high reward, but I think it's really fun. That's my personal fave on it. Berserker. Yeah, Berserker's one of our traits. With Berserker, you will... there's always a chance that you will break your weapon, but you do something like, I think it's 20%. You do like a 20% extra damage, say. but if you fail all your rolls, you'll break the weapon regardless. So it adds some challenge. But I'm very happy to. Ooh, sorry, my camera's meant to be smaller on this one. There we go. Oh, now it's ugly. Now I'm ugly. That's fine. We're only on here for a minute. This is the wonderful key art that our artist put together for the latest chapter. With Lucky as well. Yeah, we love Lucky. This is the wonderful key art. This will be the loading art for the new chapter as well. Once you load into it, you'll see this with the story description. You can see some of the elements that we'll be bringing in. We've got the lovely astronomer here. I keep wanting to call him an astrologian because I play too much Final Fantasy 14. We got the astronomer here with the wonderful Hammer of the Stars. If you haven't seen that weapon, that is one of the new weapons that will be coming to the game for free. Alongside the astronomer, all you'll need to do is beat a chapter with the astronomer and you'll unlock the Hammer of the Stars, which you can see has all these like little planets in it and stars in that little kind of hammer just encapsulated, which I think it looks amazing. I think it looks great. I think our artists absolutely killed it. Absolutely killed it. And this is with the new age. So this is part of the free update. New character. New character is Astronomer, coming back for free from FTK 1. Astronomer with the black hole. Yeah, black hole is still present. So you'll be getting, on the 17th, once we drop this update, for free, you'll be getting a new adventure, which is a new age. There's a whole new adventure. It's part 7 of the story, essentially. So if you've beaten the Child of Chaos, this is a perfect jump-off point. We kind of continue on from there. It's pretty fun. It's pretty exciting. There's some really cool stuff in there. There's a particularly large boss fight, which I think people are going to lose their mind over. So I'm pretty excited to see that out in the public. You'll also get the Astronomer, who looks fantastic here with his nice curly beard in FDK2 art style. These will be coming for free alongside some extra stuff. So these will all be free as well. These are all included in the 17th update. So you'll get a whole new musket weapon set. You'll get the Watcher helmet, which looks like our wonderful orbish eyes. It is animated as well. It will blink, it will look around. It's pretty cool. I'm a big fan. The trait Chosen One, which is a flat increased proc chance on all skills as a trait, which is pretty good. And the loadout weapon Hammer of the Stars, which I showed off previously. If you beat any chapter with the Astronomer, you'll get the Hammer of the Stars. You can wishlist at the moment. We don't have a pre-order, but we have a wishlist. And if you, I believe, hold me on this, I believe if you buy it on the 17th, we'll be doing a bundle. So if you don't have the Child of Chaos, you'll be able to get the Child of Chaos and New Age, or Fallen Oath, sorry. I guess not Child of Chaos. The previously paid DLC, Tinkerers of Fate. You can get that and Fallen Oath's paid character pack together in a bundle for a little cheaper. So we'll have that, which is really cool. You can wishlist at the moment. I think we have. Let me switch to Twitch and do FO. Is that right? Fallen Order? Yeah, Fallen Order. Sorry, not Fallen Order. It's a Star Wars game. But there we go. There's the page. It should be in the Twitch chat right now. I don't think we have any commands for the curved chat on YouTube, so I apologize. But you can find us over on Steam. There's a couple of pages up we got over there, and you can wishlist DLC, you can wishlist the main game, or the new DLC as well. So these will all be part of the free edition. So we got the musket weapon set. People have been asking that for a long time now. So new pack released on the 17th Greenland. With I don't hold me to this, knock on wood, but as far as we know, yes. There's not much wiggle room to move it, so we've kind of nailed that date down, and we've sort of, the ship has already kind of sailed for us. So if there's any delays from here, it's a monumental pain. So hopefully not. But no plans on delays. The plan is to have them all come out on the same day, same time ish. Give an hour or two depending on how console rollout. But at this point in time, we're in a good spot. The problems we had with PlayStation last time were stuff that we just hadn't prepped for. So we've prepped for that properly this time. So we'll be hopefully landing as intended. But that's the free content. We'll also have the paid content, which will include 2 new characters. That's the Voidwalker and the Fallen Knight, as you can kind of see up here. You'll get both of those. You'll also get their weapon sets, respectively, which is a lance and a rifle weapon set. So you can kind of see the different upgrade paths here of all of them. They're pretty cool. I'm a big fan of these. There's some really some extra cool weapons that you get if you beat a campaign with these characters. You'll unlock a special weapon for them. In the case of the Voidwalker, that is the blade that you can kind of see here. Let's have a better look over here. Yeah. So if you beat a campaign with the Voidwalker, you'll get this Void Blade, which is just pure void smithed into a katana, basically. And if you beat it with the Void Knight, you'll get this cool greatsword, which I think is called All Faithful. It might be called All Reliable. One of them's All Reliable, one of them's All Faithful. Claws or set. Could be either or, really. You'll also get, as part of the pay pack, you'll get Eileen. You get Eileen, who is a beautiful little pet. I love Eileen. Eileen's great. Eileen is a watcher pet, which you'll get with this little love heart eye. She's very cute. I'm a big fan. Come on. I was like, very, very current reference. Thank you so much. We'll be taking all those Dexy's Midnight Runner checks. Thank you. What was the other Dexy's Midnight Runner songs? They had one other song that was popular. I can't remember which one it was, but I feel like they had a couple of bangers. You got Newton the Merc. He is a weird dude who's lived in the void, evidently. The skin, the void skin. I think it looks fantastic. There are also multiple variations of the void skin, so it's not just this one sort of purple color, but you have this kind of really cool cosmos effect inside these different kind of shaded variants of the galaxy skin. I think it's beautiful. I think it's great. And then you also get the trait Veterans Discount, which gives you a percentile discount off of all mercenaries, which will be very handy if you like hiring mercenaries as much as I do. Who doesn't like hiring Cisco just to watch him get absolutely washed? Cisco's so funny. But yeah, there's some of the cool stuff we have. We're going to have a trailer for this stuff soon. But we do have a bunch of cool little bits to play and show off. I'm going to jump into them today. I just want to check my screen to make sure I don't have the super secret stuff on screen. And everyone's going to be like, who's this bozo? Who's this bozo? Let's run. Should we? Yeah. I was gonna hold off as a little treat because you're all being so nice today. I'm gonna play Astronomer. I was gonna hide Astronomer for a little bit, but I've decided that you're all worthy of catching some Astronomer. It should be on screen. There we go. What's the staring contest with Eileen? Maybe he is, to be fair. He seems aggro. If I was to be honest, if I would be completely honest, if I look at Newton, where is he? Newton, where are you? Come here. If I looked at Newton, it's on sight, brother. It's on sight. He looks like he's got a problem. He's got a problem. That's what I say to you, Newton. That's what I say to you, Newt. Just a discount on mercs, or is that a set value? Could you please choose one again? Yeah, no worries. Yeah, so it's just a discount on mercs. I'm not 100% sure of the rate at the moment. So lucky is just a flat 20 luck, which can play into other elements. That can play into skills, weapon skills specifically, weapon attacks. You got the lucky hammer, stuff like that. This one is just a pure proc chance. We call it, what do we call it in game? We have a new stat for it, which we have in game. Let me know if their screaming is too loud, because a little loud to me. Trying to beat up the anemic. Don't make me the bad guy here. He's the one who looks like the bad guy. Too much silver. Not loud here. Good. Yeah, skill trance. What do we call it? There's a name for it in game. We have a special name for it. It's a new skill as part of fortune telling, and I can't remember the word for it that we have. But I'll see it today at some point. This is tricky. I kind of want to run. We're on blacksmith. We're gonna run blacksmith, and we're gonna run mend. I'm feeling it. I'm really feeling it, Mr. Krabs. Let's get. Do I have any? No, I don't. Let's make him look. All right. Who wants to be? Does anyone want to volunteer as the group blacksmith with your choice of appearance? Huge fan. I think it looks great. Low 46. You got it. You got it. There we go. Do you have any requests for your appearance, or shall I just make you look sick as hell? We need a goblin. Fishman? I love a fishman. Do not have to argue with fishman for me. Scale it with Bandit King armor. Oh, I'd like a good... Yo, Bandit King armor is fantastic. It's one of my faves in the game. We could put a hat on this guy, but I think letting his beautiful mane of fins blow in the wind is the way to go. We'll make him a little more blue. I think he looks good blue. We'll give him some red ears. We'll do white as secondary, primary. We'll do red so you have a nice cape. Bandit King armor is sick. We can do Bandit King armor. Oh yeah, that's a sick look. That's a sick look. Go back to the Alpha Beta days? I think so. I think I have them unlocked on here. I'll have to double check, but I believe I have them unlocked. Alright, so we got our cool blacksmith. We got our astronomer here. Let's do astronomer next. Astronomer's a good one. Who would like to be our wonderful astronomer? Do we have the battle standard? We do have the battle standard. I volunteer. Luna is a very good name for a astronomer. Astro Boy and his orbs back? Absolutely. Kind of worry. How does it work in FTK2? It's kind of it's kind of a proc chance. So it's not entirely just like every round you one-shot anyone. And then you have to get rid of it mid-campaign. There are some weapons that are coming in that are a little bit better that you can kind of run. I would say the toy gun from the toy maker in our last pack was another good one that you can kind of run for the whole game. There's a couple of weapons out there, but I do agree that there could be some more late game options in the lore store. Blue purple cosmetic. We'll do the void skin on this one because I think that fits the purple requirement. I don't know. Oh, watch out, it's so cool. I'm gonna have to put that on one character. Blue and purple. What can we do for blue and purple that looks good? Oh. We got it. Got a little purple there. Do we have a richer purple? We do have a richer purple. Oh! Ooh. That's a little too light. Got that cosmic drip. Absolutely. I think we'll go with this like pseudo blue. Although I kind of like this washed out one. It's kind of like a grey blue. But I still think it looks cool. I think that's a good look. I think you look fly as hell. People say that still, right? Who we were putting Fel as our Voidwalker, right? With the new hat. Ooh, Restream just told me you've got 100 messages in chat. Thank you, Restream. How nice the lighting is in this screen. I bet the person who worked on this is really talented and makes good coffee. That's so specific. I wonder why. What does Bounty and Voidwalk do? Bounty will allow you to randomly mark up a enemy unit when in combat. If you target them with the Voidwalker, you'll have an increased crit chance. And the more crits you get on the Voidwalker, the more you can build up their stats. They have a sort of special a resonator which builds up crits. Voidwalk allows you to teleport in combat and on the overworld. So you can move multiple zones with one move. And on the overworld, you kind of get a quick teleport before your turn starts. It's kind of handy. Yeah, the crit gloves are really handy on this character. I think we're just going to leave the armor as is. I think the armor with this... God, that looks so cool. There was a time where we didn't dye the head, the hat, the like helmet here. But I'm really glad we do now. I think it looks really cool. What colors? We already have like a purple and we have like a red look on there. So we should do a different color. The eye, it's so good. I love the eye. It's so good. I don't know if does this change anything? I don't think it does. I'm not sure if we could change the iris color. We have a red and we have a purple. Let's do a nice blue. Like a light blue. I think Fel falls into the light blue. And then we'll make... If we have no other takers on our Fallen Knight, then I think maybe it becomes Santa. We got dibs. We got dibs from Magna. I'm sorry, Santa. I'm sorry. I threw it out. Santa's gonna be like, I guess you're dead to me. Sorry. Go shotgun. Look, in fairness to you, Santa, I'm gonna die 2 minutes in, so I'll just make you on the next one. When I biff the run in 45 seconds, we can just do it again. Do you have any requests, Magna, for your wonderful character here? I just love this watch helmet so much. Do we have any other helmets coming in? We must have another helmet coming in. I don't think it's unlocked on here yet. There's definitely some other stuff coming in. Well, that should be a scaly. You got it. You absolutely got it. Hogtails. Yeah. Do me up fancy. Fancy it is. I mean, that's a funny look, but it's not the one I want, but it's a funny look nonetheless. Maybe we'll do remaster hat, or remaster body piece, and then we'll do something a bit more adventurous for that hat, you know? Ease them in with the body, but then let them have a shock at the face. Yeah, bunny is. This is my favorite hat in the game. I apologize for any bias I show towards it, but the idea of having a big wizard hat just does something for me. Like internally, in here, the idea of having a big hat, an undefeatable feeling, truly. Let's go with the pirate hat. I think the pirate hat looks good. Where do you get it from? That's a good question. I will look it up for the end of stream and tell you, because I cannot remember. I'm gonna give you a keg on your back. That seems to fit. I think that's a good look. You are kegged up. We got Luna here with the bow. This is a good look. It does, yeah. This is the void skin on the astronomer here. could if you're not a coward. That's my problem too. Can I have the snake backpack? Absolutely can. Yeah, absolutely can have the snake backpack. There we go. Come on out, snake. Come on in. Snake's being, I think, scared by the tentacles that are rubbing the top of the basket. The snake's like, listen, there's only one of us who's a slivery snake around here. I'm a snake. I'm a slivery snake. I think the shield on the back looks so cool in this skin. I know he's going to have a shield in his hands, but there's a possibility that I find a cool two-hander and I just use that. So we got Fell, we got Lowhigh. If I'm saying any names wrong, please do let me know. We got Magna, and we have Luna. This is a good little team. Good little team. We got Fallen Knight, Astronomer, Voidwalker, and the Blacksmith. Let's hit the lowdown. So we were going to do Berserker for this character. This might be a risky run, but I'm feeling it. I'm feeling bold. We're just going to go full damage. Full damage. Send it. We want the crit gloves. So let's scroll to crit gloves. There'll be some overhauls of underperforming characters. Any news on that? Probably no news on that for a little bit. Just because we're kind of still planning out our 2026. So we're not really sure where we'll aim our targets for to initially kind of kick off with. We do have a couple of surveys out actually at the moment. We have one went out on the Steam News post today that's about kind of quality of life stuff that people want to see in 2026. We also did a cosmetic one a few weeks back. So we've got some stuff from the cosmetic stuff that we're kind of planning out, which will include a cat skin. But there'll be some other stuff coming. We're not just going to do like skins. There's going to be probably some quality of life stuff, some balancing, I would imagine we'll do, and we are looking into adding a new mode, which I won't spoil quite yet. But we do have a plan for a new mode that is widely requested, I will say. Meow. Meow. Sorry, I didn't mean to say it like a large cat wearing a top hat in a 1990s Western animated movie. God, that's such a specific call. If anyone's ever seen one of those movies from the 80s or 90s, there were always animated cats and mice, things like that. And there'd always be a big cat, and he'd go meow, because he'd have a hat and like a whisker, you know. I think the whole pun was based on fat cats. I think we had a whole Feeble Goes West map scenario later, Gold Rush. It's a lot of guesses. A lot of guesses. Definitely a mode. I'm trying to stop myself from spoiling stuff. Mainly because I'll get in lots of trouble. But yes, new stuff coming for sure. New stuff coming for sure. What are we doing on this guy? Let's do Lucky Khajiit racing game, just like FTK1. I love me some Khajiit. Is the Astronomer class coming soon? It sure is. Sorry, it's very cool to be able to do that. It's very rare that you could be like, have you seen this? But yeah, the Astronomer is on the way. Very much on the way. They'll be joining on the 17th alongside the other characters. We took Lucky. What else do we need on this guy? Let's do... I'm a big fan of Candy, but I feel like it's the simple way. So Spacey, they have the Void skin on currently. They don't usually look as Spacey. They have a normal face. They do have a normal face. We've all been there. Maybe I'll take... You know what, let's take bags of gold on this guy, and then we'll take kibble. And I think maybe an extra tinder pouch. Because I like to use tinder pouches like candy. Tries one on Voidwalker, that's a good shot. I don't think I've got a trait in them yet. 40G and Godspeed, that's a good way to go. When is it? On the same time? It should be, yeah. We're looking to launch on the 17th this month. And it should be on all platforms at the same time. If we have any complications that arise, we'll tell the community as soon as we know. But as it currently stands, we are good on all platforms on the 17th. We call them Tindy Poos. Everyone in the office calls them Chris's problem because I'm Chris, which I forgot to state. But I use them a lot. I use them a lot to the point where people make fun of me. Which is honestly, I've been dragged for worse, so I'll take it. I'll take it. If using too many Tinder pouches is my biggest sin, I'll rest easy at night. What am I taking here? We got this. Let's take Boss Killer, just for some extra damage, and then Chosen One on Voidwalker. It could be. It depends on kind of what you're looking for. It's also that you can only take one lucky in a party as well, so it's an extra different way of doing it. It also will stack with luck. So if you're getting your luck elsewhere, say you get a black cat in game, you hit the 95 luck cap, you then have another 5% on top of that from Chosen One. You might just be better. The numbers of players who still struggle on the lower difficulties is quite high, statistically speaking. And also sometimes they threaten to kill my family because they struggle. But that's just part and parcel of community management, gang. That's just the sweet spot. Here we go, gang. We're hopping right into the Child of Chaos today, which is the last chapter we launched. I think it's September. So we're going to be playing a little bit of this today. I will be doing. Sorry, I just want to move my chair a little to get comfy. I will be doing another stream on next Thursday. In fact, next Thursday we'll be doing another stream on the 13th, and we will be streaming a part of the new chapter, and that'll be like 4 days before the game comes out or the DLC comes out. So. I'd love to see you all there again. But in the meantime, we're going to play this. I'll show some of the characters off, and let's have a good time and hang out. Oh, you know what? We'll do it after. After this, I'm going to hop into, if you aren't already aware, we hosted Turn-Based Thursday over on Twitter and Blue Sky today. If you haven't already checked that out, please do. We've been retweeting some fantastic games. A lot of people sent a bunch of really good suggestions in, and the games they've been working on. So we've been retweeting them. Before the end of the stream, I'm going to pull up some of the ones that I have played or really like the looks of, and we're just going to go through them and chat about them, because I like supporting other developers and I think video games are cool. Well, let's play some For the King 2 for the moment and see where we're at. This will feature some light spoilers from the main game, so if you haven't beaten that, expect that. I will be reading the occasional thing, but don't expect the whole story, because my voice is very irritating, and so I won't put you through having read every single speech box. Well, we'll read this one. Having woken. That's the canonical voice of Rosamund. Listen, I think everyone else is on lunch right now in the office. No one can stop me. I could just say what I want. I'm making the new canon. We got her voiced by Marge Simpson. Oh, me! It's like Marge is in the room. Fortnite who? That's what I say. We got Nancy Cartwright, or whoever does Marge. I don't think Nancy Cartwright does Marge. I think that's just Bart. Having woken from a nightmare only to learn it is a reality of my own doing is not something I can live with. Remnants of my crimes still languish in our land. All is not well. Seek out Hildebrand in Woodsmoke. He will share what we must do next. Your quest has begun. May we purge this blight from far rule once and for all. Ooh, that's a nice movement. Let's get some good schmovement going, gang. Catch me outside with the Akuma backslide. Sealed Letter to the Grand Sanctum of Purity is pretty nice. A Lightning Axe pretty solid. Especially if I can get a party heal out of that too. Who are we going to put party heal? I think Luna should get the party heal as our resident backline mage. And Lohai, we're going to move you over here. Put on our focus. Could you show what the new class's abilities are? Absolutely can. So we have, I can bring them up on screen right here. We have Bounty on the Voidwalker. So this is a nice little rundown here as well. Our fancy little UI artists doing their nice little job for us. I didn't say little to patronize your job. I think your job's very big. Could you imagine just dragging the UI artists live on Twitch? I say it because they're in the chat, and I'm hoping they'll get a rise out of it. Bounty is a great one. It'll, you have a chance to apply a mark onto an enemy, and once you do, you'll increase your crit chance when you when you shoot them. It can't be activated if poisoned or if they're already marked as well. But with your crit chance, you have a higher. You increase your resonator, which I'll also show off. Voidwalk is a radius teleport. So on the overworld, you'll be able to teleport a little bit before your turn starts. Sort of similar to a teleport scroll. You can kind of just teleport to any open space. That's proc based. You'll just get a notification at the start of your turn. You can also use it in combat, which will let you move to any square on the grid, regardless if you can get there by person. So you can go from back left to front right. It's like fully across the grid. So there's plenty of movement there. There's some really cool stuff. We have a Knight's Oath and Charge Attack for the Fallen Knight. The Fallen Knight Charge Attack just enables them to do charge attacks. That's where they take a turn to charge their attack. If they're using the right weapon, they'll get Protect. If they're not using the right weapon, they'll still get Defense up, which is pretty good. Only usable on melee weapons. Pretty solid. I think it's a lot of fun, and you can do some really fun stuff with that, especially when you like optimize it with other characters. A Knight's Oath, oops, there we go, is a percentile chance to proc in combat, and it will give you Protect status, and it will apply Decoy to the squares either side of you, similar to the Scarecrow. It only activates if a injured ally is standing in the flanking tiles, as a side note. Black Hole is a chance to warp space and time and remove an enemy from combat. It's basically a one-hit KO. It is based on a proc chance, so it is based on percentages and stuff like that. It's not a confirmed, just one-shot every enemy. You also get a star matter once you've done so, and the star matter will allow you to teleport at nighttime. On the overworld, you can lay down a portal, and you can go through to the portal back and forth, but only at nighttime. And in combat, it provides Protect to everyone, and you get that when you do a black hole when one appears. When you do a black hole when it appears. Words are really hard. Has anyone looked into words being hard before? I think we should get someone on that. Huge. Lohai out here killing it. Work AoE attacks. I believe it does, but it will only work on the main target. It won't AoE black hole like 4 units. Let's do minus chaos, just because I don't want to have to worry about that. Best friends fight. Yeah, Fortune Teller and Fallen Knight are really, really good together. They're my 2 faves. I regret not bringing them this time, but we have a really good lineup. So. All right, little magic damage. No, it wouldn't give you target empty spaces. I don't believe so. I would have to look into more of the specifics, but I believe it's the primary target. Yo, Rockwell. Unfortunately, I think the last person who originally designed words left the project some time ago and nobody knows how again. But yeah, it do be like that sometimes, huh? It do be like that. Beautiful. Ah, well. Not a great start for Luna here, getting decked by birds, but hopefully, you know what would be nice if we got Black Hole in this fight, because it would save me. Not a great start. Not a great start. Alright, let's heal. And then it's yes! Destroyed. I like the sound effects on that. I don't think I've heard the sound effects before on that one, and it's cool as hell. And that's our star mare. We should have more Viking-ish clothes. That's how we got some feedback on that when we did the cosmetic survey recently. Some people let us know they really wanted to see Viking stuff. I think the funniest part about that survey is that I put in the header of that survey, don't worry again, you don't have to tell us about if you want the cat or not, because we know you guys want the cat. We're going to do that regardless. So just tell us the other stuff you want. And like 100 replies are like, are you guys going to do the cat skin? Yeah, we know you're excited. We get it. I'm excited too. I'll be real. I'm a big fan of cats. Just in general. Theoretically, I think cats have got... They're just crushing it, really. How about Santa? Do you want to be our pet? Is that a backup? Is that a backup for Santa to be our pet person? I know it's not quite the Fallen Knight. Make him pet. Do we have a preference? I like the rat, but I feel like being like, you're a rat is an odd optics. You know what I mean? Cat people when? 2026? That's about the best I can do at the moment. But definitely yes. Definitely cat skin along the way. Or Forest Mystic. The cat equivalent. Who's that? Wait. Batna for Santa? I'm just gonna do Santa because I feel like we could be treading on a slur that I don't know, and I'm like writing it in like you know. It's just not a risk I want to take. We're coming up with fake words. Rat with wings. With the Void coming, we see more guns? Yes, definitely more guns. There's several... What do we got? I can show them off here. We got these ones. We got the musket set coming in. So this is a sort of like Victorian steampunk-esque sort of gun set. Sort of similar to a lot of the other guns kind of that we have in For the King 1. And then we also have a rifle weapon set. So you've got these kind of Void-inspired weapons that we have here as well. So yeah, definitely a whole bunch more guns on the way. Oh, no worries, no worries. Appreciate you coming in and asking. What is the chosen one trait? That is the one that gives you an advanced chance to proc skills. I think it's just 5%, but it will stack with some of your other stuff as well, so it's definitely worth it. Feed me. Let's get the wood smoke. Oh, we can sneak through. Add bulk buy option, especially for Godsbeard Kibble. Yeah, bulk buy would be nice. We did bulk sell recently. We have bulk inventory management, but I don't think we have bulk buy. I can't do Hildebrandt's voice because I already gave his voice to Rosamund, so I'm afraid they have to share a voice. And he's on break right now. Let's get some party experience. Trade mirror, Let's do Power of the Party Spirits. Bum, ba, bum, bum. Bum, ba, bum, bum. Where is that? Ooh, nice. We got any focus? We do have focus. Okay. Somebody get me the community manager for this game on the phone right now. I want to tell him how useless he is for that. So, somebody get me the community manager. I gotta beat the hell out of him. There's a courier for a love note. I know. This skeleton with a joust. Hello, I have a love note for you. If only had a luck character. Yeah, I know, I should take him the luck at the start. Okay, pick up sealed letter from the Grand Sanctum of Purity, which is down here. Deliver it to Woodsmoke. Did I move too far away? Oh no, I've still got this guy here. Deliver love to Frayed Moorings. That means I gotta go all the way down. And then Cult Device, that one, and Cult Leader is over here. Okay, let's just move down to the Cult Leader then in that case. This is going to be a pet. Companion. That's not a pet or companion. It is a treasure chest though. We'll give it to someone else, but it's good. I love getting accessories on the character who can't remember them. We'll go up this way again. Cupid's arrow, yeah. Ba 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 ba. We are notorious for making references to dated 2000 songs, so that would track if it was Cupid's arrow, to be fair. Oh, there we go, a little void walk for you. And yeah, now here we can choose wherever we want to go on the grid, essentially. There's no like restrictions besides if it's occupied, so you can just go anywhere. We also have some nice new features. Take a look at my girlfriend. That's going to be in my head all day now, thank you so much. We're building this new feature, as you can see in the UI down here. You get a back row target bonus with this character, so it will show you you get a back row target bonus. One of our nice little UI additions. We've also added ammo. Previously we didn't have an ammo count. It turns out we've had ammo all along. It's just that most guns had one bullet, but now with these new guns we've introduced multi-bullets, as well as some other things such as the toy gun having a melee attack so you can smack people with it. So there's some fun little variants on guns. We'll be introducing some new mechanics to those, which are pretty cool. Let's see if we can get a crit. We did not get a crit. No, you don't have to buy ammo. You can just reload. It's just a secondary action for reloading. Ammo is included. Ooh, my tea is too cold. I'm survive. We will continue heading this way. Alright. Second try is the lucky one. There we go. Let's get rid of that guy. I'm not dealing. I cannot deal with him robbing me every 2.5 minutes. He's not my most hated Scourge. Ammo not included. You have to buy individual bullets. That's how we get them. That's the trick. We're like, here's a free DLC, but each bullet is $25. We're gonna meditate here. It's the mobile game play to win version. We had one character mount like a horse for maybe it costs 10. We have the car. We have a car. I say a car. It's a boat. I use for love note deliveries. Your husband sent this. Ooh, I'd rather he didn't. Can we sneak? That's a pretty big failure if I don't get it right. I don't know if I'm willing. I'm just gonna chill. We're just gonna chill until we get a dungeon on that. Can we get everyone, or at least 3 people in here? Yeah, we go. You incompetent fools. Can't you see the final dawn already approaches? It can't be stopped. Our numbers are too many. We move through the shadows like a serpent in the grass. Nothing can... Oh, I guess I gotta give him a voice now. What's the voice for Hildemer? I change his voice every time. I should write down the kind of voices I'm gonna give him. I change it every single time. I'm gonna make him from the West Country. He's going to be from the West Country of England, and I'm gonna butcher a West Country from England accent by doing this. No, I'm not. He's Australian. No, I'm kidding. That's me at D&D. When I do D&D, there's like 4 accents you can get away with, and Australian's one of them. And I think that's fair. I'm from the UK, so I can do British accent. I got a full swath of British accents I can pull from because I'm from the Hell Island, so it's allowed. And when I moved to Canada, people kept saying I was Australian. So I think by that right, I also have the Australian accent sort of granted to me by like being adjacent. So I think I got Australian, Canadian, American. I can do South African as well. People used to say I was from South Africa. I got the whole lot, you know. Let's do a charge tech. I haven't shown off a charge tech yet. Here's charge tech. So when you come into this menu here, you'll be able to do your regular attacks, but then you also have a charge attack. So you click charge tech, and then you can continue doing your regular attacks, but with the additional charge built into it. This works on pretty much every attack. There might be some restrictions to that, but we're going to aim it over here, and we're going to start charging. It also marks those up, so this kind of gold, constantly sort of circling UI element here is to tell you that someone's charging an attack that's going to land here, so you can know to avoid. So I'm going to go for this guy because I don't want to double up. Use a Texan accent going forward? Hell yeah. I'm trying to whoever words are tough again. Will we ever get a Pathfinder buff rework? Probably, yes. I would imagine there'll be some sort of changes to a couple of the classes and stuff in the future that we'd like to boom do. Charge is kind of great. I'm a big fan of charge. I think it's very cool. You can also do some really crazy stuff. It really plays into having big weapons, and I'm a big weapon guy. The Walloper. The other nice thing is that it makes your attacks AoE, which is kind of huge in itself. Come on now. I am so sorry, Phil. I thought I was going to kill that person then. I'm so sorry, Phil. Oh. It's very funny that Santa has avenged you. Avenged by Santa. I don't get really need it. Riding sword's solid, but I lose my other stuff, so we'll do that now. Oh, nice. Crit chance? We can give that to the Voidwalker. We gotta revive you though. What remains of Harazul still stands as a grim reminder of the past and the villainy that exists in man. I fear we are repeating history. How could I let this happen? Not to worry. I sat on it for too long. I should have revealed it earlier. Woo. beautiful vocals of... Oh? Is that a double raid? Yo, gang, welcome in. I think we just got a double raid. Let me double check. Thank you so much, gang. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Aozora, if I'm butchering your name, please do let me know. Aozora. And Dusteria. Dusteria, thank you for bringing your gang. Cat people, you know what, just because you asked, 2026, how about that? Just because you asked just then. Otherwise, you know. Otherwise, no, we will have cat people next year. We're working on them already. I haven't seen their early designs, but I know they are around. They exist. They'll be coming. We're gonna maybe do some other variants of animal skins as well. So if there happens to be any animal skins that you guys can think of that you would particularly want to see alongside a cat skin, please do let us know, because it would be very helpful. There are some suggestions floating internally, but I'm always happy to hear what community wants to see. Friends and I always joke about the Royal Mimic in FTK 1, and we so hyped it came. Yo, I love the Royal Mimic. I want to sneak it into more places. There was a thing a few years ago where I saw a design doc for the original Dark Souls, where the mimics weren't just treasure chests. They were like ladders, doors. That's my dream. That's my dream. My dream is to have mimics in things that people don't expect. People are like, you're thinking too small, thinking with just chests. I want to give you like a sword. You'd be like, I got a sword, and then it eats your friend. That's what I want to do. Frog people win. I would love a frog person in the game. I love a good frog person. As a sort of, and you know what? I don't think it would be a hard pitch for most of the people in studio. I would just be like, you remember Chrono Trigger? And I think everyone would be on board. I think everyone would be very on board if I just said, remember Chrono Trigger? Frogs are big right now. Yeah, frogs doing work out there. Laos, yeah, you do not have to remind me of Dungeons. I love Dungeon Meshi so much. I would love his sword in the game. I would love it. I would love it. His cool little mollusk or whatever it is sword with a little thing that lives in the handle. That's such. The designs in Dungeon Meshi are the monster designs, the lore, the world building. Perfect. Absolutely amazing. We have to create an item, character skin event, and add community create content to the game. I feel like currently that's cool. I think that'd be something we would really like to do. I would love to just have a straight up like community thing. I think we might maybe be able to do something like that in the near future. We're going to be sort of changing how we approach some sort of hurdles, design hurdles, and community ideas in the next sort of year. So it's not an unrealistic thing to think that we might do some sort of community thing to get some ideas in, or to just recreate a community thing. I think it'd be very cool. Make a mimic dungeon. That'd be very cool. Godzilla. What's the bit from Austin Powers where they're like, it's not Godzilla, it's a legally close Godzilla, but due to international copyright laws. Mimic knife to each hand, that's pretty good. I do like these mimic ideas. Snake men, lizards, nice. We just finished the new DLC chapter? Nice. This one? I think we're playing this one right now, right? We already had the Kraken. The Kraken's kind of like Godzilla in it's giant and comes out of the ocean, I guess. That's probably about where it ends. Not a worry. I'm going to make him really British. He's going to be the Cockney. Yeah, not to worry. He's got to do the neck thing that Cockney. We have this well under control. Mimic cosmetic helmet would be fun. It's funny you should say that. Maybe someday. I would like to see a mimic cosmetic in the style of the Watcher helmet. So it's just like basically the enemy just on your head. You just put it on your head and it's just, you know. I like that idea that the mimic's just fully just chilling on your shoulders, just Yeah. Who doesn't? Who doesn't love tentacles is a loaded sentence to read. You make it too easy. Have a look over here. Dark, damp, and not a shower in sight. Smells like my favourite Twitch streamer. Giant dragon, like a smog as a boss deep in a cave mines. Freerun mimic, I love Freerun. Freerun's such a great show. Not smog. I read that as smog instead of smow. I guess it's smow, right? In Hobbit. My brain didn't read the accented version. I guess I don't know how he spells it in the book, but hey, just being replaced by a chest. Yeah, I think that'd be great. I love a Freerun's so good. Smaug. Let's revive first. Oh, he's over here. I recently, I think I spoke about this last time I was on stream. I quite recently played through Baldur's Gate 3, which is a fantastic game. If you're yet to play Baldur's Gate 3, you are genuinely missing out. Especially if you like For the King 2. If you're a For the King head, I genuinely recommend picking up Baldur's Gate 3 if you haven't already. It's amazing. I think on PC it's only available on Steam. Maybe GOG. I feel like they don't do the like fanatical and stuff like that. But very good game. But on a sort of related note, I beat it and I was like, I need more Baldur's Gate. I need more. So I started playing Baldur's Gate 2, and I found that there's a mod that brings in all of the illustrations from Dungeon Meshi, because the wonderful mangaka who makes Dungeon Meshi is a Baldur's Gate fan. So she drew all of the characters in her style. It's so cool. It's so cool. Did I kiss the squid? I did a lot of things to that squid. Kissing was amongst them. Yes. As well as the demons, the devils, the drows, the gith, the goth girls at the camp. You name it. That game was deadly. A bit late, Surf has been asked, will we get the cat skin back? Or any of the original cosmetics from FTK1? Absolutely, yes. Cat skin specifically will be coming in 2026. That's one we're working on already. I think we're going to do that as a addition to the game, and then like a sort of extra one with more variants of like animal skins in it. So that might be foxes, red pandas, that kind of stuff. We're going to be sort of sourcing that from the community. So we'd love to hear what kind of animals people want. I know there's a couple of great ones in the chat earlier on as well. So yeah, we'll be definitely bringing back the cat skin for sure, and some variants along with it. Devil Demon skin, that might be coming back actually. Yeah, that might be on the way back. Yeah. If you like Divinity Original Sin, then I recommend. Beautiful game. That's actually a fantastic game. I love Divinity Original Sin. And Jeremy Bronner Sherwood III, is this where you've been hiding? Queen Mummy, I need Rosalind. Boy. Sorry, I had to hit him with the Kratos. I had to hit him with the boy. Boy. This is a bridge too far. I can't do anything past that. It's like when you say, what is it? Peter. Peter. It's the only word I can say, like Joe from Family Guy. I think everyone has that on the back burner though, right? I think every good person has a single line from Family Guy that they can pull. A single song they can pull at karaoke if they need to. Mine is Kickapoo by Tenacious D, in case anyone's cared. Boy. And I think a Bane impression is the other one that everyone has on the back burner. I think everyone's just got a Bane ready to go at all times. You were born in the shadows, molded by it. I love this little guy. He's so good. I was born in dark. You were merely molded by it. Yeah, I was about. Oh, that's a good one. I love me some Tenacious D. I less love Jack Black in the year 2025, but I do love me some Tenacious D. I can't give up my roots. Jack Black's kind of got on my irritating side these days, you know? He pushed it too far. He became too popular. He's too cool now. He was in Star Wars. I'm apparently a Jack Black hipster. Oh no, not the chicken jockey. I did that to myself, to be fair. That's on me. I did that to myself. You're not hardcore unless you live hardcore. I love the effects on this. I think the style's pretty cool. I think it's so cute. There we go. School of Rock. Last time we did this, I had lo-fi going the whole time, but we got the game soundtrack this time, so I'm just going to be singing my favorite songs over the top. I think we get coverage on it, right? I think we can say it's an homage, and then we're allowed to do what we want. Need some listen, I swear to you, there was a conversation. We're never gonna get. We're never gonna get an Uma Musume, I think is how it's said. I could be wrong. I've only ever read it before. I haven't ever read it out loud. I don't think we'd ever get a crossover with them, but we literally had a conversation about it like 3 days ago about how fun it would be to get a crossover. I think we're going to do a potential. Next year's the Chinese New Year of the horse, so we were like, there you go. We could. There's your in. But I think they're a little above our pay grade, sadly. As much as I would love to get some anime horse girls into our game. And oh, there we go. I have a BoJack crossover. Too many shady motivations get involved in the actual. Yeah. The horse stuff is crazy. Yeah. I think it's so funny that so many of the I don't know, the horses are real horses. At one point, they didn't get turned into anime girls. That makes it sound like they got turned. Yeah, they used to be real horses, and then they made them into anime girls. Crazy. They're not horses anymore. You can add a horse skin and the scale the horse head to like 200. So we can scale the horse head to 200 if we want to anyway, because we have big head mode. I like the idea of just adding in that big floppy horse mask from like the 2010s. Is she the one that drop kicks people? Is she the drop kicking one? Didn't she die recently, or did I remember that wrong? Oh, I teleported. I should have used my reload. That's gold chip. Have you seen the crab hat on the big head mode? Yes. That's why I call all my crabs Logan, so that they are Big Hat Logan. $0113. I think I have a better horse racing record than that horse. Rest in peace. Sorry, that's brutal, but like, damn, I've won more horse races than that. What does the Starhammer thing do? So it's a vitality-based weapon. It's pretty good. The Astronomer starts with high, I believe, intelligence and vitality, so it just kind of gives them an alternate sort of starting weapon. But it's available on other classes too, so I like to use it with the Fallen Knight as well, personally. Well known as Japan's favorite loser? I think Japan's favorite loser is Oda. There's like 4 people who there's 4 people who are ready to like go to war for One Piece. It's just a fancy hammer. It's kind of just a fancy hammer. I don't think it has any special like effects. I think it's just a really good vitality-based hammer that looks very cool. Is the other nice thing. I'm gonna do this because I'm feeling reckless. Let's do a shot. I haven't really got much for crit so far. Fell has kind of fallen, has fell behind. They just don't make it comedy like they used to anymore, you know what I mean? You just can't find the talent. The Tower of Harazul is back, gang. We haven't played past this point on stream before, I don't believe. I think we ended before we got here last time, so I'm gonna go ahead and... Oh no, we beat this guy before. We'll do this guy now. I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna do some Harazul today, or get to that part of the chapter, I should say. Do you really like the big poke? It's so much fun. Honestly, I enjoy it. I thought my big worry, full transparency, when I saw the Fallen Knight's plans, is when you take it into a 4-player game, you were going to be kind of bored. That was my like main concern, is that you were going to go in and be like, I get 1 turn for every 2 turns that everyone else gets, and that's not fun. Thankfully, that's not the case, because the hold on it is like you pick, and then next turn, you just do a bunch of damage, which just feels good. It's just fun, and it feels good, which is nice. I'm all for that. Let's do a rest while we got this sat here. I think I'd like to pull us into this other one. Let's kill this snake first. Did we lose Santa? No, we still have Santa. Do we have any gold? We have a little gold. We still got Santa. I'd like to get another pet. And I also want to feed Santa, because Santa is going to die. Oh no, Santa's got 22. Oh, we got a bounty. Nice. So our bounty marks up, and then fingers crossed we're going to get a critical hit here. Okay. Screw me, I guess. I like the noises the Merlings make. I think I said it every time I'm on stream, but I really do like the noises they make. I think it's very good. I don't think we could have had an enemy called a Merling and not given it a good sound. You know, like Murlocs exist out there. I feel like with Murloc setting the benchmark for weird little fish noises, I feel like we had to have a, you know, something like that, you know? It's just a lot of good guttural spit sounds. But I guess he's a fish. I want to pull everyone in, I think, but I might. Smoke detective who lives in London has all those books. You could have maybe seen it on my face for a second, where I was looking into my brain to try and work out who you could possibly mean, and then it clicked because it's very obvious, and I somehow didn't get it straight away. I was like, Murloc. You know what the wild part is? I was trying to make Murloc fit with Moriarty. I like, the obvious answer was right there. I was like, what if it was his arch nemesis instead? I would like to get that pet, but I just don't think I want to go and get all the cash to do it, because it's probably like 60 at this point. It's, what do they call it in different games? Herlock? Don't they call him Herlock in, I want to say, Ace Attorney. I want to say Ace Attorney calls him Herlock or something instead of Sherlock because of copyright claims. because there's like, I think I've talked about this on stream before, which is the craziest part, is that I've covered this before. But I am like, I'm 90% sure there's like a law on copyright where you can put Sherlock in your stuff, but it has to be like not their version of him. Oops, fell. I'm so sorry. You seem to have fallen down again. I gotta pay more attention to keeping Fell alive. Someone still has it. Just keep having. Yeah, the Conan O'Doyle. I guess it's not Conan O'Doyle anymore. I guess it's just like the family O'Doyle family. I guess, and they own like some of the copyright, but not all of it. Which means that like you can do certain things with the character, but you can't like in certain adaptations, he's not allowed to be like happy. He has to be sad. Yeah, because he was too nice. That's the one. And they were like, hey, nice Sherlock is our thing. You're only allowed to have mean Sherlock. You're only allowed to have medically depressed Sherlock. I'm going to try and take this guy out. Yeah, one nice. Please keep fail safe. Maybe. I will this time, don't worry. Weird. Very weird vibration sound I heard from my earphones just then. I'll do a taunt though. It's a good shout. Dude that does stuff because he's bored and depressed. No. He's manic depressive. Well, you'll see me in court, yeah. You ain't special, Sherlock. We're all bored and depressed, brother. Not all of us have got a book about it, though. Oops, I'm trying to play on my OBS instead of the actual game screen. Because I'm a fool. Alright, give me the crit hit this time. Fel, don't let me down. Let's go, Fel. Huge. Huge. Here we go. Unlike you got me. You had to just prove your value to me first. That's all. I'll make sure you don't die now on. I just had to make sure it was that, you know, I had to keep it around. Some people just want everything, like being alive. Sherlock probably. I mean, probably. To be fair, that was the era when like you could get a cold, and you go to the doctor, and they'd be like, "Yeah, it looks like you got ghosts in your blood." Yeah, it looks like yeah, it's definitely ghosts in your blood. You should do 17 kilos of opium about that. That'll probably fix it. Yeah. There were like so much Victorian medicine was just like, hey, if you do this thing that kills you, you won't have the disease anymore. I'm like, yeah, I guess. Technically right, I guess, but it wasn't wrong. Yeah. Hard to argue with results, really, when it comes down to it. Let me... Ooh, headaches? Yeah, what if I put a bigger hole in your brain? That would probably help. We got a Sanctum of Life over here. Maybe I'll go get Fel to get a Sanctum of Life. Oh! No, I'm gonna wait. I want to get someone with a bit of focus to get that one. What's he got? 74? Let's go. Any more pets coming? Yes. We'll have at least one coming in the new DLC pack, which will be what's her name? Eileen. She's a watcher. little pink love heart looking watcher. I think we have her in... There she is. There's our girl. There's Eileen. That's one of the new pets coming. And I think we have a couple more planned for just sort of general coming into the game as well. But yeah, be new pets at some point, and starting with Eileen, and then probably some more after that at some point. Pet rock. I mean, it's a good shout. Honestly, if I could go to the art team and be like, can you just put a rock? It doesn't move. They'd be like, absolutely, dog. When do you want it by? They'd be like, yeah, dude. And that'll take me 4.5 seconds. You got Nibbler. Who wants to be called Nibbler? Or who wants to be the honor of being our Nibbler? Do you have anyone in chat who would like to pull request ready for rock pet? Yeah. Fell back up. That's a good shout. It's going to be like the Simpsons cat. I was trying to make it a number pun, but I can't fit the number 2 into fell. I've tried every single way possible. It just ain't happening. Fell again. Wait, oops. Oh, we ran out of space. Oops, I fell. There we go. Pet rock that if it that now you're talking. A pet rock that grows into a golem would be very cool. I would be all for that. That's a very cool idea. Oh, you love to see it. I didn't look at the odds before I pressed go on that one. I probably should have. There we go. You got a Sanctum already. Let's go get you do the foot race, and then we'll get Fel to take the other one. Getting Yamcha'd. Honestly, Yamcha had a good run at it, you know. It didn't end well for Yamcha, generally speaking, but he did his best most of the time. Golden Retriever pet that just charms enemies and a chance to find out red bounce. Oh, I love the idea of a Golden Retriever pet. That's very cute. I do need some armor, but I guess I'm not using awareness, so. Book Vice. Who else has a weapon right now? Who else has a weapon in my party? It sounds like everyone does. Scout rifle or reliable Zodiac Tone. What's this do? 3 to 8. 0 to 9. Maybe we'll give that to him when we go into our next thing. Okay. And then Fel is going to get here. Nope, Fel's not. Fel's going to run out of walking before we get there. We get stuffed on because he's fine. Yeah, that's the retrospect part of, like, I feel bad for Yamcha. Like, Yamcha shows up, pinnacle of humanity. Pinnacle. And then some kid shows up and says, hey, it's me, Goku. And suddenly it's over. It's over for him. Now his girlfriend's dating an alien. His girlfriend leaves him. He lost the Blue Jays, the World Game. You know? Yamcha's the reason why the Blue Jays didn't win the World Series the other day. That's what I heard. That's what I'm saying. Now he's doing cat food commercials, yeah. I'm not a big sports guy, but there was a baseball game this week, I guess. Last week? This week? I don't know. Between a Canadian team and an American team, and we were sat, gang. We were sat in the front row waiting for that. I don't know what any of it means. They'd be like, that's a home run. I'd be like, that's a point, right? Did he score? People who watch sports will make fun of you when you try and use, like, general terminology for a sport. They'll, like, rip you to pieces. You can be, like, watching a sport that you've never watched before, and you'd be like, oh, did he get a goal? And they'd be like, We call them schmoozums. And you're like, oh, I didn't. Sorry, I didn't. I don't really go here, so I don't really know. It's kind of common knowledge that we call them schmoosh. Like, we just call them goals where I come from. Points. Okay. I don't know, man. Points, winning, score. Let's go ahead. So the fact that a part-time American team won the Cricket World Cup. There's a Cricket World Cup? Well, I mean, I know there's a Cricket World Cup, but I didn't know there's a part-time American team in it. I occasionally watched the Ashes as a child, but I haven't watched it in many a year. Just found out they're going to be new characters? Absolutely, yeah. 3 of them. 3 of them, in fact. We got the... what do we got? We got the Astronomer on the way back from FTK 1. We have the... we have the Fallen Knight, and we have the Voidwalker as well. I'm too far away to do that. Who has... You have a pet? Magna has a pet, and you have a pet. Do we have any kibble? Oh, we do have kibble. There we go, we leveled center up. Just motocross? Oh, bedtime, at least one of me alive. Maybe. I appreciate you coming by, Phil. I think it's probably late in Europe time, so I appreciate you being here. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day / evening. Once you've learned the rules of cricket, yeah. To be fair, I know when I was watching the baseball. So the baseball is like 9 innings, I guess. They do like 9 innings in baseball. But in this baseball game, they did like 9 and it was a draw. So they did like 18 in the end, which is a lot from baseball apparently. I was like, man, cricket players going for like, they do like 6 days in a row. It's like, they do a lot of cricketing. There's a lot of cricket back to back. But they do have a lot of sandwich breaks. They do eat a lot of cucumber sandwiches in cricket. So like, it's a coin toss. I think we can kill this guy, but I don't think it's worth it. So we can kill this guy. Bing. Try to wrestle in hard mode. Yeah, I would say the nice thing about this game is that we have made it so all achievements besides the like specific master ones are available on every difficulty. So there's no like overt need to force yourself to do stuff like that if you aren't enjoying it. But there are players in the community who like playing on master, and the failure aspect of it, I guess, is like a part of the experience. I have a friend who I play with who refuses to play with more than 2 party members, unless we're playing with like 3 people. But if it's just me and him, he's like, we take 1 each and we run on master. And I've beaten the game solo on master before. I've never beaten the game with him on master before. But he gets a kick out of it, so I'm like, alright man, whatever, let's go. He also religiously plays Slay the Spire though, so like his tolerance for failure and starting a run over again is like, ooh, I think you'll enjoy the next campaign in that case, Hawk. There's some definite fun aspects of that. What do we got coming up? So is this going to be a paid or free DLC? It's going to be both, in fact. So we'll be doing a free DLC, which is the adventure itself, and the Astronomer. Both of those will be free, along with... What else we got in there? Oh yeah, not this one. Ignore me. This one. So you'll get the adventure, and you'll get the Astronomer. Both of those will be included for free for all players on the 17th when we launch. And you'll also get some extra stuff added to the game as well. So we'll have this helmet watcher. This watcher helmet, sorry. You get a new trait, the Chosen One, a full musket set of weapons, and this really cool Hammer of the Stars, which you unlock if you beat a campaign with the Astronomer. There's a whole bunch of other stuff going in there. A bunch of it's locked behind, beating the campaign. So there's more cosmetics, new weapons, all that kind of stuff in there as well. on top. That's all free. We are doing a paid additional one, which is the Voidwalker Fallen Knight. You get their weapons as well, and you also get Eileen as a pet, Newton for a merc, the skin, which is a void skin, and another trait. And that's a paid one. I imagine it will be, I would imagine, the same price as the last one. I can't imagine we change it from that, which was, let me actually check. What was the price in Canadian? Because I don't have it off the top of my head. There was $10.99 Canadian. I imagine the next one will also be $10.99 Canadian, or whatever that is in your local area. But yeah, bunch of new free stuff coming and some paid stuff as well. But definitely a lot of content. We're also going to be doing a free play week on the 17th as well. So if you are on the fence, if you've got friends who are on the fence, on the 17th we will be going to free play. So you'll be able to play the game for free over that period, especially if you want to try it out with the DLC going live. We hope that's a good way for people to bring their friends in as well. As a 4-player game, it can be sometimes hard to sell your friends on joining you. So a week of free with a free new chapter as well is going to be a really good point if you are trying to gather your party for a battle. What are we going to do here? What are we running on this guy? I feel like we haven't got much of a build right now. What's our weapon strength? Yeah. All right, let's go. Let's do strength on this guy, and then we could do vitality on this guy, or we could do strength on him, vitality here. I think we'll do vitality on him and strength on him. Yeah. Fel is awareness, and then Luna is intelligence. Had a good. Oh, thank you, Sharky. I appreciate that. Appreciate you dropping in. I hope you have a good rest of your night too. And thank you so much for your excitement. I really appreciate it. Let's sell some stuff up. Okay, so Stamina is worth 10. It's kind of huge actually. So we're doing vitality on this guy. Do we have any vitality gear? We do not. I'll buy this for the other guy. We already have crit chance gloves. Does Luna have armor? Luna does not have armor. Luna. Do you have strength? You do not have strength gear. Let's buy you a vest. So these go to Magna, Luna, Magna, and we shall switch. Equip. Let's sell these. Equip. Cool. We can sell that. Oh, we already have them. 22. Look at me go, I'm like Taylor Swift. Intelligence. What else do we need? Ooh. That shield's solid. We'll do it. Let's do it. Once you finish this dungeon, I'm going to take a little game break so that we can run through some of the cool titles that got posted to us on Turn-Based Thursday today. So if you're interested in seeing some other titles, we'll be showing them off uno momento, and then we're going to jump back into this run for a bit longer and play some more. Do a charge attack, I think. Ooh, yeah, let's do it here. Oh, huge. I actually really like the animation. I think it's so cool. Oh my god. Look at this team go. This guy's going to try and stop me before I obliterate his friends. I do like the charge. Oops. I do like that charge will change targets. If you target something and it dies, it will actively change, so you're not just like losing out on a turn. And you can only use it on melee weapons, so no ranged weapons, and I think there's maybe a few restrictions, but I don't 100%. No, I don't actually think there is. I think it's all melee weapons are viable. I already have a broken weapon, so let's do it. 10% crit chance is too good to give up. Oh, hello! How's it going, Dynamics? Thank you so much. No worries, no worries. I appreciate it. I'm so glad I had the opportunity to do it. I got up early this morning at 6 a.m. to get the stuff ready. Vancouver time, and I was excited to post it up. We got so many cool replies in the threads that we popped up. Some really cool games in there. I saw a bunch that I played before myself. Double Dungeon. I'm a big fan of Double Dungeon. I think I've got that one in my little list to show off on stream today. Yeah, there's some really great titles on there. I think I'm making this guy the Vitality guy. Yeah. Well, thank you for allowing us to host. I really appreciate it. Thank you for an amazing event as well. If you haven't already seen Gang, by the way, I think I can do a... What's the command? I think it's TBT. There we go. You can check out the amazing games that got thrown our way this morning when we did a hosting of Turn-Based Thursday. They're all in our little Twitter and B-Sky thread. There's some that overlap, but mostly fresh ones on each platform, which is really cool. Magic Merchant. Isn't that the movie with Channing Tatum? Let's go. I don't know if I wanted to go up here. I want to go down there. I don't know why I'm heading this way. That's right. Let's get to this. We'll get to this dungeon, and then I'm going to show off some of the turn-based Thursday games. I will forget otherwise. I was meant to do it at the start, but I hopped right into the game and I lost my place. Charge attack. I guess there's no reason to not have a second or a shield when I've got this weapon on. They really don't be getting there anytime soon, apparently. Ghostly Gallows. Nice pull up. Now no one will ever know that I killed Thel twice. Thel already has one of those, but good to know. I just saw someone log on to play Dispatch on my Steam friends list. I'm incredibly jealous. I've heard that game is wonderful. Do you have... Oh, you don't. If I could get up to... That'd be good. Not quite there. But it'd be nice to... I'm gonna actually be bad and do a Tinder patch. Voidwalk. Nice. This is going well, I think. Ugh. It's so hard being so good at this game. These are all mediocre drops, so I will take back my boastful accounting of how much loot I got. I'm gonna wait one turn because I want to get Sanctum. What have we got here? Ooh. Do we have a pet? No. Absolute bonanza. Who would want to be our wild wolf? Hoo. I'm an owl, evidently. But who wants to be our wolf? Ooh. That sounded more like a pigeon or a dove, I guess. I'm not a bird guy. That would be... What's the name for like a bird centaur? Look like a bird centaur. I guess what's the point when you draw the line between a bird centaur and like a horse furry? Like, what's the difference? You know what I mean? It's a tough break. You have a wolf inside you. That sounds dangerous. That sounds dangerous. Where does Griffin fall into? That's a good point. That's another good question. Where does Griffin fall into? I guess a Griffin could be a bird centaur. Yeah. That's actually, you've solved my conundrum. I think you solved it in a way that I did not expect. So I'm impressed. Yeah, that makes sense. Have to go. Hey, no worries. Appreciate you so much for coming by, John. Thank you for being here, and I hope you have a wonderful remainder of your day. Thank you for the Bob Ross emote. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Let's go into this dungeon. We're finally ready to dungeon. Now that I've... Centaur have 2 rib cages. It's true, they have the upper and then they have like a back one. Back ribs. Which I think you can get at like Chili's. I'm pretty sure that's when they say back ribs, it's just a centaur's ribs. And a baby back ribs is just a baby centaur. I think that's how that works. Listen, Chili's are yet to correct me. When I go to Chili's, I say, hey, can I get the centaur ribs? Can I get the baby centaur ribs, please? This is pretty good. I want my baby back, baby back, baby back. I want my baby back, baby back, baby back. Chili! Ah, boy. They let me do this. I get paid to do this, is the crazy part. We'll shoot this guy. Great blooper. Is that a blooper from The Office? I haven't seen The Office in so long. In my mind, that's just a part of the show. Oh, my baby back, baby back. It's gonna be in my head now all day. I'm sorry, everyone. I'm sorry if I've cursed you with me screaming Chili's. Oops, I fell. It's a pretty good name, honestly. Everything double rewriting all good. How does it work? Yeah, I don't know. I know a lot of people focus on how would a centaur wear pants. How would a centaur absorb nutrients is my question. I will say that's the other thing that's depressing when you think about big monsters. Is that it's so hard for a big monster to exist because they just have to eat so much. It makes big monsters boring. That's my hot take. Like Pokemon? I love Pokemon. Pokemon's great. Imagine though the amount of food you would need to feed like a Snorlax. Like if you were like, I'm gonna realistically be a Pokemon trainer, I have a pet Snorlax. That ain't just like a $40 bag from Amazon once a month, you know? They're hangry. Yeah, exactly. Like Pet Smart, you ain't just put... That's so good. We just pulled from the the bodies of a fallen hero, and this character was called Teller. I hardly know her, but it didn't fit evidently. So stupid. Oh jeez. Death by enemy, you don't say. Oh no. Ah, jeez. The daily count. Yeah, the daily kick out. It's honestly, yeah. I think that's why Godzilla goes away so quick. I think Godzilla's just got to get back for brunch, like most of the time. I guess that's easier in the ocean. I think you can have a Pokemon diet if you're in the ocean, you know. Like whales are doing like solid down there. It is kind of crazy that when you think about a whale's like digestion, they sort of just show up and eat 1 billion krill. Just like that, the one for like one meal. Just like one meal. That's crazy. Samurai's Katana. This is a nice weapon. It's not particularly good on any of my characters though. Oh, it is a crit chance, but I don't have a high. I'll take it just in case, but I don't think it's going to come up. I will say though, in some surprising things, I think this is accurately portrayed in the new Pokemon game, which is quite good actually. If you haven't played that, it's quite good. Me saying it like it's some sort of like indie. Have you guys heard about Pokemon, by the way? It's this new indie game people are raving about. From a really small developer called Nintendo. Do you guys know that one? I actually don't think it's by Nintendo. I think it's fully by the Pokemon company now, right? I think they're a subsidiary of Game Freak. I don't think it's Game Freak anymore. Maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like it's Pokemon. If it ain't Shaker, if it ain't old Shaker Jeans, the love of our lives, the saint that we all look to for our continued. I'm trying to think of a good word that's long that means Shaker's really funny and cool. What about the lightsaber like thing with bounty hunters? Also set of weapons. It's just the one that you get for that one. What's going on? I'm just showing off the latest stuff we're bringing to the game on the 17th of this month. So this is the Astronomer, the Fallen Knight, and the Voidwalker, among many other bits and pieces we're bringing in. The lightsaber-like weapon, the Void Saber, is a unlockable not just for them, but you unlock it by playing the Voidwalker. So it's just the one. We didn't really want to go too into the like. It's sci-fi adjacent, I'll say, in a sort of way that like Final Fantasy might be sci-fi adjacent in a lot of ways, but not quite as far as that, because sci-fi in Final Fantasy in more recent days is just like spaceship. Not quite as far as that, but we have these sort of like the Void sort of provides this sort of dark energy, this sort of almost Cthulhu-esque sort of the end of the realms, the end of what's imaginable by humanity and all these kind of things, and it's the harnessing of that energy into this sort of like corrupted magic force, which is a lot more dark and zappier and quick and things like that, which is why you have laser rifles instead of just bows and arrows. but it is still within the realm of our fantasy. I don't know why my music stopped. I just noticed it. It's very quiet. What's my audio doing? No, I did not. I've probably just been chatting for too long that the songs have just all come to an end. We actually ran out of music. When I play on stream, John is just in the corner playing. He's probably just out of breath from playing for the past 3 hours straight. I'll get him to come in and play some more. Voice is like a random drop when you play Bounty Hunter? No, when you play as the Voidwalker, if you beat a campaign with them, you can then choose that weapon as their loadout weapon. You'll also be able to choose it for everyone else as well. So it will just enter your loadout weapon pool, and you can just take it as one of the starting weapons. Orchestra is on break, yeah. Have to head out. Thank you very much. And say, hey, no worries. Thank you so much for dropping by, Hawk. I really appreciate that. Take a look at my girlfriend. Thank you so much for reminding me of that song. Just when it had gone out of my brain. But I really appreciate you coming by, Hawk. Thank you so much. Appreciate you dropping in and chatting with us so much and showing interest in the game. Always really appreciate that. So I hope you have a wonderful rest of your night. And yeah. Thanks so much. Thank you so much for playing my game. That's what Mario says. I can't. What game is that? Is that Mario 64? I think that's Mario 64. Maybe it's Sunshine. Every 4 tournaments we played, the boys, we have so much fun and rage. Oh yeah. That's the fun. That's some of the fun of it. We love a good bit of rage every once in a while, you know. What's good, Hug? How's it going, Simple Hug? How's it going? Thank you for joining us from the YouTube chat. If you guys aren't aware, we're multi-streaming right now. We are multi-streaming to both YouTube and Twitch. For the first time, we're streaming out on the Curve Games channel as well as the Iron Oaks Twitch channel. So thank you, depending on the amount of where you're joining us from. Thank you, I appreciate it. Huge. What abilities does the Fallen Knight do? So the Fallen Knight has a charge attack as their sort of main ability. No. And that lets you store up an attack for a turn. During that, you get either protect or a defense up, and you can turn your single attack into a splash attack. It does take an extra turn, so there's kind of a trade-off there. They also have, if one of their allies is fatally wounded, they will sometimes protect them and give them decoy so that they get to stay alive. That was awesome. Do you think you have some further updates and new content? Great news. Yeah, we do. I'm actually showing off 3 new characters today, and we have a whole new chapter coming on the 17th of this month. Whole new chapter coming for free as well. So you'll be able to hop into that new chapter on the 17th for free with the Astronomer and a whole bunch of other goodies, and then we'll have a paid pack alongside it with 2 new classes, Pet, Trait, Merc, all those other good bits and pieces as well, both launching simultaneously. Let's do this fight, and then I will show off some of the games we picked for Turn-Based Thursday today, because there's so many good games in there, and I like showing off other devs. I think most of these are indie. I don't know if any of these have publishers. They might do, but still deserving of getting shown off regardless. But yeah. For free? Yeah, the Adventure and the Astronomer are both free. There will be a price tag on the extra characters, but it will be, I would imagine, $10.99 Canadian for the whole pack. I'd be willing to bet on that, in fact. That we will be putting it at $10.99 Canadian, which I think is like 8, maybe a little more American. I'm not 100% sure. Woohoo! That looks so cool. I really like the sound of it too. I will finish this fight and then I'll do a reset to get my sound back and also show off those games. So much. Yeah, a lot of people. I was quite surprised to find that Astronomer was the most requested from FTK1. But people love their Astronomer. could you or anyone that knows put on the Discord how to get the wizard hat cosmetic? I really like to know about it to go a bit. Oh, I'll tell you what, I'll find out for you right now. I'm gonna look into the game code as we speak, and I will find out for you. Okay, I had to make sure it wasn't on the screen, so I wasn't just showing everything from all the back end of our video game on stream. Let's take a look. See. All challenges completed on the 3rd stage. It looks like. That's right. Skin, helmet, witch. Yeah. So if you beat all the challenges on the minecart stage, I can't remember what that one's called, you will get the witch hat. Too fine. I know. I like it. It reminds me of the Toy Maker, which is funny because we based the Toy Maker one on the Black Hole from the original game. So kind of a little loop there, but. Boom. Hey, no worries. I appreciate you coming by, Ben. I really appreciate you coming in and chatting. I hope that helps. I'd love to see you again in another stream. If not, I hope you have a wonderful time exploring Firewall. Thank you so much for being here. Let us jump into these games and take a look at what we're talking about. Alright, let's minimize. And we'll bring up some games. Some of these games are going to have sound, so I won't have any music on. Let's show off some of these cool games. So we did a turn-based Thursday today. Where's my channel? There we go. We did turn-based Thursday today over on our Blue Sky and our Twitter page, and there were some really cool games. This is not all of them. There are a bunch more, probably since I've started stream, and there are a bunch more that I just didn't have time to put into this list. There's a lot of really cool games on that were suggested to us today from people doing cool turn-based games. So I just want to take 2 minutes to run through some of the ones that I thought looked really cool. We have some. I won't do full trailers on here because that's just a lot, but we have some really cool ones. I like this tactical. It looks really good. Sort of very different take on some tactical stuff, but I like the thematic and aesthetics of being in this like rock band, sort of like glam rock band thing. I just think it looks really cool. Definitely an interesting take on like a turn-based genre, so I'm all for it. And I think there's a lot of space for some cool narrative games as well, which this seems to be. I really like the comic book style like cutscenes that they've got going on too. I'd recommend checking that one out. I don't think it's out yet. I think it doesn't have a release date yet. But I popped it on my wish list, so I recommend popping a look at Tacticord. I was going to say chord because I apparently have never heard music before. You know, a music chord. Hey, have you got a chord sheet for me? That's a cool one. There's another one here called Never's End. There's another cool one, turn-based tactical RPG. We return from death into the midst of a global cataclysm. I quite like this one. I think if this is the one, I think it is. I'll roll back the trailer. It's got this like, again, some of the art styles are actually just incredible. The art direction on this reminds me of Disgaea. A lot like Disgaea, and I think Disgaea is great, but there's something really charming to the CRT like fashion of this game that I think is really cool. Let's get some sound on it. It even has the Hades respawn thing. You can't go wrong with the Hades respawn thing. Yeah, I think this looks cool. It has big hats. I like the Disgaea look. I also like that it kind of reminds me of Tactics Final Fantasy, so I'm all for it. Number one to check out. Number one on the list from today's little event. Double Dungeon is great. I've played Double Dungeon. If you are yet to, art style on this alone is what sold me to begin with, and it's really fun. I recommend checking this one out. Another sort of tabletop style TTRPG. I think there's a demo out. I played the demo a little while ago. I had a lot of fun with it. I really recommend checking this one out. And again, art style is absolutely fantastic. I love these little like plasticine chibi models. It's so good. What skills does the Astronomer have? The Astronomer has a Black Hole, as it did in For the King 1, which is primarily the skill it has in this one. That's sort of where their main skills end, but there are also some other things, such as they start with support range and things like that as well. We also have Arcane Eats. That's another little cool game suggestion. Turn-based roguelike deck building by the looks of it.
Chef, opening your own restaurant may feel like a fairy
I think
tale,
this looks cute.
but it's trickier than it looks. Customers curse you.
There's just a lot of really good quality indie games coming out, and it was really nice to do turn-based Thursday today, because then you have the opportunity to kind of look at them all and kind of give a boost. I played a bunch of this game before as well. This is a great one. This is, what's the name of it? Cyber Knights. There we go. It's very XCOM. XCOM meets Shadowrun in a lot of ways in my eyes. I think it's very cool. I really recommend checking this one out again. I actually am surprised this one hasn't taken, not that it's like anything else, but I'm surprised it hasn't been picked up by like major games media, because it's really cool. And I think it will hit a lot of those like points that a lot of people want from that genre, especially. Crop Deck, we got another deck builder type game. I think it looks really cute. There's some of these games that are just like quick, kind of off the cuff, kind of fired. Like you could spend like 5 minutes in and have fun. And I think there's a lot of really cool stuff in that kind of area. Yeah. These are all mostly Q1 2026, I think, or coming soon at the very least. This is Montabi. It's another cool. Kind of reminds me of what's the one? It's a card game set in the cold. It's like a snowy card game. I can't remember what it's called, but I like that, and it's really good. And then Vanguard Tactics was the last one, just before we wrap up. And this reminds me of Advance Wars, which I think is great. Just a lot of really good talent on there. I'm just consistently amazed with the quality of some of the art design and artwork that a lot of these devs are coming out with. I feel like in certain terms, it's often that the like programmer or like a coder will get in, but like these guys have like incredible art from the ground up, which is such a, look at this, like fully animated, like
Really burn your biscuits.
it's great. I just think there's so much talent in this industry. Let me clear my throat. Let me reset my game real quick so we get some music back. We'll do a little more. We'll do a little more streaming, and then we'll wrap it for the day. But we're getting pretty close to the end here. That's gonna be in my head now. I think I've said that's gonna be in my head like 6 or 7 times today. So go away. I always open up Twitch to try and find like a For the King stream for when we end stream, so I can raid in. And every time I go on there, it's like, what if we just played the stream on the homepage at 400 decibels? Wouldn't that be funny? I'm always like, not really. I'm like, well, tough. There we go. Beautiful sounds of John Robert Matz once more. What's his lockpick here? I think if these guys are still going, when we wrap up stream, we're going to read into someone called Taco Bout Music. Because that's a pretty good pun. We do love a good pun as well. I believe we should have a trailer for you all soon as well to show off some more of these characters. So you'll be able to check that out pretty soon. We're going to have another post going out next week, I believe. Huge Resonator upgrade. Love to see it. I'll do that on stream as well today, because I haven't done one of those yet. We're going to be doing another stream next Thursday, in which I will be playing a part of the new chapter. Not all of it, so it won't be too spoilery. But there'll be some elements in there. And yeah, I'm excited to show that off and whatever else we end up rolling with. If you aren't already coming to see us, we are... Oops. Oh no, I killed Fel 2. I think Fel 1's still alive, right? Yeah. We got rid of the backup Fel. Sorry, backup Fel. If you aren't already coming to see us, we are going to be in Vancouver at the end of the month for a... Ooh, I need to heal. Let's pop that. We're going to be in Vancouver for a convention here in Vancouver. It's going to be the Vancouver Game Expo. I believe that's the name. At the Roundhouse Center. If you're in Vancouver, come check us out. We are going to be showing off this DLC. We'll have it playable. And we're going to be chatting at the game floor. And we'll probably have some giveaways and stuff like that as well. So if you are interested, come see us. It's me, myself, and one other staff member from Iron Oak. And we are always happy to chat absolute nonsense. So feel free to come by. In fact, last time we were at one, I don't know if Aquablade is here. Aquablade came by our booth last time when we were at a convention. We were at the same place actually, the Vancouver Roundhouse. We were doing a event called Vancouver Game Connect, I think it was. I could be wrong on that. I have the thing in my wall, but I just can't see it. And in fact, he brought us a copy of For the King 1 that we have now all signed, and we're going to be sending it back to Aquablade with all these signatures on it of the whole dev team, which is a really cool little piece of memorabilia that I've never taken part in before, which is very cool. But yeah, we're going to be sending this back to Aquablade soon with all our signatures on it. And we got a little message on the inside as well. That's the physical version of FTK 1. I would like to do a physical version of FTK 2, and I think if there was interest of that in the community, we might get around to doing so. Boom. I like that anime sound that happens at the end there, like I've just transformed into a magical girl. Who doesn't want to be a magical girl? Truly. They got the glam, they get the lifestyle, they get the superpowers. What does Usagi not have? I think that's the question we should all be asking ourselves. What does Usagi even have to do? I'd do it, you know what I mean? I could do it easy. I could be Sailor Moon. I'll do it right now. I'll be Sailor Moon right now. Woof. Nice last sanctum of haste. I'm just gonna go for this guy. Ba, 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 ba. Resistance up. Oh, come on now. A 24? Yeah, okay. I should have read that beforehand. That's on me. that's a me problem. I'm sorry. Okay. Everyone just has a lot of resistance right now, so it's fine. My Fallen Knight's about to clean up. Clean up. Here we go. Magna. Here we go. Here we go, Magna. Magna's dead. Alright. I thought Magna had him. I overestimated. That's on me. That's on me. Alright, this time. Second time's charm. You guys have so much. Oh, I'm doing physical. Let's do it. You have so much resistance. Hello. Content deleted. How's it going? Welcome in. I'm afraid it is Eye of Iron Oak, not Curve today. Curve are just allowing me to exist in this space, I'm afraid. I am not a Curve man. Ooh, bounty. I wanted the critical. No, not Santa as well. We lost Santa and Fel too. I guess fell once though in the bind. So we're good there. Oh! That turned so incredibly fast. That turned so incredibly fast. I was fine. I was doing all right. I was going to end after this dungeon, but I had intended to beat the dungeon. Oofa doofa. Oofa doofa, gang. I got wrecked. I just sandbag it every time so that everyone thinks the game's really hard still. That's my excuse. That works, right? Alright, gang. I am gonna wrap it up here. I've been at work since 6 a.m. this morning, and it is now a solid 2:15. So your boy is gonna wrap up here. We are gonna raid, however, before I leave, which will sadly leave our friends over on YouTube behind. I apologize for our friends on YouTube. If you do want to join us in our raid, feel free to head over to twitch.tv/IronOakGames. You'll be able to find us there. Feel free to follow. We'll be doing more of these streams in the future, starting with next Thursday. We'll also be co-hosting over onto the Curve Games YouTube account again. So you'll be able to find us on both. So I appreciate you all for being here. Make sure you give us a follow over here on Twitch, and go for a subscription to the Curve Games account over on YouTube's. But we are going to wrap there. Let's raid into Taco Bout Music. If it works. Does it work? Did that work? It didn't work. Because I'm using a different thing. There we go. We're going to raid into Taco Bout Music, who is playing For the King 2 right now. Thank you all for being here today. I greatly appreciate you coming by. Be sure to go check out the Steam news post over on Steam if you want to learn more details about the upcoming DLC, including a date and some more details on the characters. We'll have another post coming out for you next week, which is going to talk a little bit more about the free chapter and all the additions that come in there, and then we'll be launching on the 17th. So I will see you all for another stream next week. Be sure to come join our social medias, all that other good bits and pieces, our Discord, Reddit, all those other places. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate you all for being here and hanging out with me today. Thank you so much for showing up, showing interest, and being a wonderful community. It makes my life a billion times easier having such a wonderful community here at Iron Oak. So thank you. I appreciate you all. Have a wonderful remainder of your week. If I don't see you again, if I don't talk to you again, I will see you all next Thursday. Enjoy the rest of your evening. We're going to raid into Taco Bout Music. Goodbye, friends. Bye.